Hello, all of you vaingloriously wonderful people, and welcome back to Cities Skylines, where we're once again watching a lonely highway outside of the city of Westwood, Reborn. Last time we left off by building the trade school, giving them another grant for their next academic work, which should get us up to where we need to be. But the thing is, we don't have a whole lot of eligible citizens to go to said trade schools, so we're going to build out a bit in this neighborhood. We're kind of not covered all that well for education over here anyway, for our general education. So we're going to get that going. I also want to see how we're doing. Our coverage for childcare could be better. So we're going to put a childcare facility right there. And then actually, we're going to bump that over, spend a bit of money. And we're going to put a little playground right between the two. And now we'll pay it to move that again. And well, bam. Solved. We also are probably going to need to get to 18,000 to get those crematoriums pretty soon. Oh, no water. I knew that. I mean, obviously I didn't know that. Let's come down here. Bring that to there, then bring that to there, and make sure those connect. We'll just run these across. Again, we're going across university land. They can decide whether they want to dig up that lovely, lovely park. And we've got lots of demand going on. I'd also like to get another high school in over here. Oh, we've got a big dead zone for high school right there. And we can see we don't have a whole lot of educated people there either. What is this? Small playground, because why is that across the road from the elementary school? That's why. Oh well, that'll just have to be across the road from it then. I'm almost wanting to get another high school in over here and maybe just build two. I mean, we're going to get to 11,000 soon and the high-rise ban, which means we're going to need a lot of school coverage. So I'm going to go ahead and overbuild right now and just go with it. We're going to get rid of a few houses, but we're about to add some more zoning in, so that'll be okay. So over here in this area, I think we should have a high school as well, kind of back towards this corner to help serve across the highway a little bit there. And then here, I think we'll do the sports hall stuff to help out with healthcare over here. Let's do these here. And then on this side, do these guys to get them their park coverage as well. And I kind of like that. So healthcare, not the greatest out in this part of town since we're about to start using high rises anyway. Let's go ahead and use our bigger facilities just to get bigger coverage. We're not going to expand too much more this way, though we are going to do a little bit more out there. Just a skosh. And you know what? Since we're putting all this in, we may as well put in a post office. Let's put it on. No, I can't get it on that corner. I can get it on that corner, but then it's not the direction I like it to face. There we go. We'll get it right there. I know we've got one there, but hey, now we have two. So cool. That gets us good coverages. So let's get some zoning in here. Just all low density right here. These two squares, we can go to there, and then here I want to stop about there, and then bring it down to like 3 to about there, and then 2 right about there. And then, since this is going to wind up being a campus-oriented area over here, I'd like to have a strip of commercial there, and a strip of commercial back here. We're not going to put this under the same theme. We're just going to leave it alone, leave it as it is. I think it's fine as it is. And then we'll get some more commercial there. We'll get some more commercial there. And then the rest of this can become residential. All throughout here. I'm not going to zone right there. I could. Yeah, why not? We'll get that one. And then we'll do residential there. Cool. One other thing I'd like to do, since we're starting to get so much building up along the highway, I'm going to go ahead and just get sound barriers in for everything that we haven't currently added sound barriers for. So basically all of this stuff, even though there's not a whole lot built right here, I think it'd just be nice from like a visual continuity's sake. If we're gonna add them, let's just commit. We'll go out to about here. Let me look at my trains real quick. Whoops. Because we are going to bring this grid out probably here and have it cross over to here and come over here as well. So I definitely want to make sure we are coming out far enough with our sound barriers. Then we're not going to drag it, because I will accidentally upgrade a bridge or something, and then it won't let me downgrade it, and then we'll be having to use anarchy, and I mean, not that there's anything wrong with using anarchy. I just noticed you are really in the way. So even though, again, we don't need it because it's next to industry, I'm going to go ahead and do it. And then that's where we're going to stop for a minute. Now I'm going to hit the pause button because this drives me crazy, the way there's this gap right here between the two highways. So we're going to fix it. We're going to get rid of this side and make it mirror the other side better. We go all the way back to where they're straight. And then I think instead of making this complicated and trying to draw it by hand, which is what I did the last time I tried to do this, I am just going to use the parallel road tool. We'll go to there, and we'll go to there. Oh, that's too far, huh? Okay, we can go to there. So we're going to have to kind of eyeball this to get our gap in, but I think that's about right there. That looks about right to me. And if it's not perfect, well, so be it. And then I just want to... Oh, I still got the tool active. My bad. We can turn all that off. We can just go like that. Not quite exact 100%, but I can live with not exact. And then here we just want to use that. Again, little bit of a funkiness there, but so much better than it was. Like, so much better. That was just driving me a little batty, having that weird gap for whatever reason. I don't want to discredit the map maker. I could never make these beautiful detailed maps, so I'm not gonna speak poorly of the guy who made this map. I don't remember his name, that made these from the map pack, but or her, I don't know. I don't know if it's guy or girl. I just want to, make it look a little better. There we go. That should have everything with sound barriers. Yeah? Yeah, we are golden. Sweet. My question, though, is, by doing that, did I also undo the lane arrows? And the answer is, yep. And I thought that was the case. We'll just put those back real quick. Those are fine. Those are not. That one's kind of fine. And then we need to come down here. No, that's as far as it goes that way, because it's right here. Ah, right here is where we need to do the other one. And then I'm pretty sure that's everything. Should this be 4 lanes right here? I think this can just be 3 lanes. So it goes 1 off down to 2, then comes back up to 3. I don't know if that needs to be 4 lanes. Let's just make this 3 lanes all the way through. We don't need that 4th lane. I think it was originally that way. I don't know. I think when we did like the lane diet or something, we changed something else. This may have had 2 lanes going off. I don't really remember. Though I don't see the reason why it would have, because then it goes up to 2 there. So yeah, there's no reason for that to have been 4 lane. Just none. I was just looking to see if there's anywhere else that was 4 lane. I always want to do that for my lane connector, even though it's not the right thing. There we go. Now that's correct. And then I'm pretty sure that's everything. That end's fine. This end's fine. Those are fine. Yeah, we're good. We are solid. So let's check our campus, see how we're coming along. Yeah, see, we dipped down below that 800, which is unfortunate because now we're paying for attractiveness. It's not doing us any good. But that's all right. We'll deal with it. Hopefully we'll get to 11,000 soon. Let's go ahead and speed up the game a bit. We're at 9,700 basically. I'm going to go ahead and start adding in an area for forestry. I'm just going to grab this, also grab that, because it turned itself off, I think, when I used the parallel road tool, which is fine. And I know in real life, forestry doesn't have paved roads. I know none of it does where I live, but I want it. I also want to see about getting another collector in here. So I'm going to come over here, excuse me, and finish out this grid real quick. So I know that I want it to be 5 like we did on the other end instead of 6 like we did here. So it's 1, 2, there's our third one. There's our fourth one, and then on the fifth one we'll go 1 extra tile so that we have space for that collector and keep our block lengths visually the same. We'll bring this down, connect that right up, and then run this in, run that in, and run that in, and then come up here and connect these ends. Oh, looks like we got a little long there. Easy fix. And right there, cool. And that way I know where my collector needs to go down this end for the for the forestry industry. It keeps wanting to draw a crooked line. It's probably me not pulling the mouse straight. Let's face it, it's me not pulling the mouse straight. Yep, see, as I said it, I did it. It's because I've got the screen at a weird angle. So drawing a straight line requires moving at an angle. I could move the screen, but rotate things around. But why? So let's go ahead and bring the bridge over. That's almost perfect, actually. So we need to go up 9. And we'll stop it there for the time being. I want to see where this road would want to be. It wants to go there. And that pillar is going to be in the way, so we may not be able to get a connection through back there. Let's bring this up instead. Let's delete this, bring it on over, and then down. If I can get that road under there, I will. I don't know that it's going to have the room to go anywhere anyway, though. Yeah, it really doesn't. It's kind of pointless, but at the same time, I don't know. I don't really want like a dead end in here. So we're doing 600, so that should be there, and then this one should go 630. 660? Okay, whatever. Oh, it'll probably be 630 with that there. Here we go. And then 600, get that connection, and then it is 660. So I want to do about the same amount of space for forestry as we did for farming. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we have 1, 2. So here's number 3. Number 4 is our grid is getting off again. It's really weird. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then I also want to check this. It's 3060. Wanna try to get a collector in about the same spot. So again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So we'll go ahead and finish this out where a collector would come across. Just so it's here. I can't believe it let me actually do that. And then we'll run these up as far this way as is realistic. I don't want to do like weird angled roads. I don't know, we might, but probably not. This is where I'm thinking maybe do something just to get connectivity through here. Might pull this under just so it comes out of the bridge, and then I don't know what this is even going to look like. So it doesn't even want to go there, but we can do something like that. It's not pretty, and I don't know that it's going to leave me a whole lot of usable space back there, but at least it gets us some extra connectivity to this area. And that's important, especially in industry areas. And then here we'll run up like that. Actually, no, I'm going to leave this open because the barracks for this industry take up a lot of space. So we're gonna leave that be. And I'm also gonna change the grid that we're doing the water on. I'll go ahead and finish it out here. But it would be more efficient to run it just up this way. This just makes more sense. Because when I ran it this way, we still had gaps in coverage, and I'm not really sure where all the buildings are going to go for Forestry just yet. So I'd rather just have it covered. Connect that, and that's off a little bit, but that's okay. We'll connect that up, and then this one we'll bring to here, and then follow this road around. Just turn off all of our snap twos. And for me, when I'm putting water pipes in, I just go where the grid kind of naturally breaks up anyway to try to keep it as close to being under the road as possible. And it seems to work out. So we've got a little gap right here that I'd like to correct. There. And that should take care of us. So we're going to throw Forestry in here. Shouldn't have to draw a zone before starting it. It should just let me do it, and indeed it did. So we're going to grab our industry tool, and we're going to go small for the time being, because I don't want to overlap too much on the farm. Occasionally it will grab that intersection, but I'm going to try to avoid it as much as possible. Yep. And up to here. And follow this around. This is where it's going to be ugly, but then from there on out it'll be nice and pretty, hopefully. Get all of that filled in. And then to fix this, we'll just come back up here with our farm, though I cannot see the road. It's one thing about painting industries is it's so bright, you can't see the road underneath. So you really got to kind of trust where you last saw it. It'd be nice to be able to paint a district outside of this view, though I don't really know how that'd be possible. I'm actually going to run this up to the highway. We're not going to have any policies that impact traffic, and that'll give us at least a cleaner line. And then immediately broke the cleaner line. I shouldn't say things. Did it again. There we go. We'll fix that little divot up here. Come on, nice pretty lines. There we go. Yay! Elkwood Production. Just sounds like a porn studio. Sorry, but it does. So one big thing you may be thinking is, Brandon, why are you going to put a forestry industry there? There's no trees. And you're right. There are no trees. What a shame. If only there was a tool that let us do that. Behold, and we're going to turn auto density off and crank it. We're going to put oaks in here, but we are going to turn our resources on because I want to be very careful at the edge of the forestry here. Oh, I forgot to turn this off. So we're going to now come in here. You got to turn off the lock forestry guy. There we go. And we're going to just spam this in here and fill it chock full of trees. We're going to come down here too because it's going to extend down to this area in just a minute. And we're just going to fill this in with lovely, lovely trees to be cut down by the forestry industry. And just create our own. I mean, you can do this without mods. You can just put trees in. I've just got the Tree Anarchy mod that allows you to lock and unlock whether forestry is being added. Doesn't want to really fill in here on these roads. but you can get it to if you just keep at it with the brush at its highest density. Makes for a really thick forest, but then once you start placing the buildings, it kind of thins that back out. So it's okay. Did I not turn on my... Oh, that's better. This whole time, 2 videos. Good job, me. So let's see what we can get in here realistically before we run into the railroad. Let's turn all of our snap dudes back on. We get 1 block. 2 blocks. That went too far. 3 blocks and maybe 4. Yeah, we can get 4. We're going to have a train terminal over here, so that's right where it can kind of come up. We know this one's too long. Actually, they're all too long. Good job, me. And then we're going to carry that over. So yeah, we're eventually going to have cargo coming. Let's see. Probably like here. With a big run through this area, one-way loop. And then we'll have another road here for some utility purposes. And then we'll have another road probably that comes down like this for some utility purposes. Or maybe even way down here for... I'm thinking maybe do like some solar or something down here. Possibly in the future. Or maybe over here or maybe over there. I don't know. Oh, but this is also going to be our forestry area. So let's change the road. I just realized that I'm still in my forestry area. There we go. And then we will just get these connected. I'm not going to connect here because what will happen is I'll have people leave the freight depot once we get it. Once we get to what, 11,000 people. And they'll want to take a shortcut here instead of going back up to the collector, which I guess isn't all that bad. Maybe that's not that bad. Also, I don't like that it's not the same length. So I'm going to fix that. There we go. We'll just flip that around in a minute. Same for this guy. We'll just flip him around. Done. And that'll be where the train eventually goes. We need some water pipes. We're going to go ahead and get this all ready to go for when we hit 11,000. So that won't let me fix my mistake there. So we got to do that. And then we also need to do that. I think we're going to do some sewage treatment or some garbage type stuff right there. And I haven't put these roads in yet, but that doesn't mean I can't go ahead and connect water pipes. That one's off a bit. Oh well. And then across and up and cool. So let's run these north-south roads. I guess that's north-south. I don't really know. Okay, this is wanting to bend here. Or is that just the trees creating an optical illusion? It's just the trees creating an optical illusion. That is a fairly straight road. Apparently not, though. So maybe it wasn't just the trees creating an optical illusion. Maybe it really is slightly bent. Because the grid's certainly doing weird things. Oh, I didn't bring this down as low as it can go. Though, yeah, let's not. Let's just go here. It's far enough. Because if I bring it too much farther this way, I won't have room to get the tracks to split off. Because the depot will go, like, right there. So how are we doing with our population? Are we getting close to our 11,000? Getting closer to our 11,000. Let's see if we can't... I really didn't want to use too much of this area because I want to repurpose a lot of this for high density over here. But I don't want to put any high density in until I have a high-rise band. Because I like to do the high-rise band citywide and then remove it in areas where I want high-rises to actually go. I like creating, like proper downtown areas. So cool. There we go. I bet Elkwood Production would really like to actually start being a business. So we are going to give them that capability. By coming over here and just spamming down ton of these dudes that are eventually going to get deleted when we upgrade everything. But for now, we'll do like 16 of them. I'm facing all kinds of different roads, but that's okay. So we'll do that there, and then we will put storage in down here, not off the collector though. That's probably not going to be anywhere near enough storage, so I'm going to go ahead and throw a little bit more right here. And then we're going to have kind of our polluting industries down in this corner, but it is correct, it's not in the industry area. That is my mistake. So we're going to cut right there on the corner because that's going to be the edge of the farm anyway. And then we're going to try to draw straight lines. I make no promises. Whoopsie, there we go. Whoop, whoop, almost had it. Hey! Well done, me. Except for those minor mistakes that we're not going to talk about. There we go, cool. So we'll throw in just, I don't know, like 4 of these for now. Oh, okay. Well, maybe not. I really thought 3 would fit in there. Anyways, we'll throw those in. We'll give them a warehouse for... I think they make paper. They make plain timber. And wha-bam! That gets us in good shape there. Our trade school is just to where it needs to be. And we've got academic work, so I'm going to go ahead and give them another grant, so maybe we can get 2 this year. What I'm going to do is let the game run for a minute, and I'll just edit out this bit. I'd like to get this up to our 3rd star and get the next building in. So I will be right back with you. And we are just about to tick over to our next academic year. We should get to our next level. And we did. So before we wrap it up, we are going to jump into here, jump into this, and grab the School of Tourism and Travel, which increases attractiveness and entertainment of leisure buildings, which we don't have any. But income from all commercial zones is increased, so that's nice. Hopefully by about $3,600, since that's what this bad boy costs. And man, I really want to put it there, but I'm thinking that might not be the space for it. I don't know. We'll have to see what the next building is going to do in terms of placement. We might have to do something different up here. I don't really know. But that gets us where we need to be. We are nowhere near where we need to be for student numbers. So in the next one, we're going to have to zone a bit more over here. Or actually, we can just do it now, and I can let it run. I didn't want to do this, but the game has left me no choice, and we'll just have to like turn around and de-zone it when we get the population. So we're going to need schools down here. We know this is going to be high density, so we know we're going to need a lot of schools. Probably 3 in this area, just keep it covered. I also want to see again about childcare. There we go. So we'll do that there, and then we'll come in with the small playground for this one, and the large playground for these 2, and we'll just leave those as nice little park areas. And I'm hoping 1 high school will be enough, but I'm fearful it won't. So I'm gonna give them 2. I'd rather overbuild. I don't like letting my education pipeline break down. I really want all 3 of those schools. You guys have water? Yeah, you have water. I put that in a while ago. So, commercial back here. And then we'll do a couple. You know what? We don't really need to do little nodes because we're going to de-zone this whole thing anyway very soon. So hopefully that'll get us up to 11,000. I don't see why that wouldn't. That's a pretty big area. And gosh, I really hope we get to, what was it, 18,000 that we get our crematoriums? Yeah. So we've got 2 milestones to go. I really want to get there before we fill this up, because I don't want to have to build a second cemetery. But we'll have to see what happens. And until next time, I'm Brandon, reminding you to stay vainglorious.